We built our first camper van, Clarity, in 2020, traveling for extended periods of time for over 3 years until we realized that we really did need a four-wheel drive van to get to the places we wanted to explore near our hometown in Colorado, not the least of which was getting up the road to our off-grid home. We sold our Ram ProMaster 136 and began a new chapter, building out Clarity 2, a 2022 Mercedes Sprinter. This van build was an opportunity to incorporate everything we loved about Clarity 1 and to make improvements from our lessons learned on the road. We prefer the shorter wheelbase vans for their maneuverability, but since we travel and create videos on the road for extended periods of time, we have to make every square inch count, starting with the cab. We installed swivel seats and flip-up tables for eating and working.
Hey honey, can you get me a beer? I like to cook, and we rarely eat out, and we want to use this van to travel for extended periods of time. So it's very important to me to have a full kitchen in this van.
Our full kitchen includes a large sink big enough to clean a full-size pan and hot and cold running water. Our previous van had a small fridge at floor level, so in this build we opted to incorporate the larger Dometic 3.8 cubic foot fridge and freezer and position it off the floor for easier access.
I elected to put in a 1.5-inch butcher block countertop. It's very easy to maintain. It's just finished with mineral oil and a conditioner, and whenever it starts to dry out I can just add more to it. If it gets damaged or anything like that, it's very easy to sand it and add another coat of conditioner. One of the important features I wanted in this countertop is to be able to use it as extra counter space when I'm using the stove that's underneath this fold-out section. All the cooktops that I've found have grills on the top and spreaders for the flames, and all of those spreaders and grills just sit on the top of the cooktop and they rattle a lot. So our solution is to pad it with towels and pot holders.
We chose the 2.5-gallon Bosch electric water heater to provide hot water to both our sink and our outdoor shower. It is reasonably priced and available and provides enough hot water for both of us to take a military shower.
Wait, where's my beer? We got our blackout interior insulated shades from the Wonderful Soft Goods, and they work well. I think I might get an exterior mounted shade for the two side windows up here and the front windshield. And the reason for that is because in the winter when it's cold outside, this reflects so much heat that it builds up the heat on the windshield, and we've already had one broken windshield because of the temperature differential. Just causes too much expansion and contraction in a short period of time.
Instead of a pull-out pantry, we opted to install a stack of drawers, allowing for more efficient storage. There's room for cooking essentials, food, and all of our dishes, silverware, and pots and pans. We duplicated the closet we had in Clarity 1 because we found hanging coats, shirts, and dresses was convenient and efficient. The closet also provides storage for our umbrella, broom, and extra toilet paper. As we have grown as video creators, our camera equipment has grown with us. This new build was an opportunity to create intentional storage for cameras, lenses, backpacks, and tripods. We even incorporated a drawer where we can store and charge all of our batteries and computers, even while we're driving. And who would think to look for these valuables in the composting toilet drawer?
Wait, where's my beer?
Because Ivy, our cat, often travels with us, Matt made a special dog-proof compartment for her litter box. One of our lessons from the road was to make a specific place for dirty laundry, dog food, and our soda stream. We designed a similar bunk area to our first van, but because the Sprinter is more narrow, we shortened the double bed rather than installing flares to widen the bunk. Because we're both 5'7", we're comfortable with this arrangement. We each have an overhead storage cupboard to keep our personal items. And Matt installed reading lights on both sides of the bed and a pocket to keep charging phones and cords tidy.
We use the manual Max Air Deluxe fan, and I used the manual one because I didn't want to have a remote that I could lose, or it's just another motor that can go bad. One of the things I wanted to share with you is that the old Greywater drain that I had in here was a 1/2-inch line on the 1/2-inch port on this Greywater tank, and that port started to stop up with whatever was in the Greywater tank, I don't know. So one of the things I did is I changed the drain port over to this 1.5-inch drain port, and I reduced it down to a 1-inch valve coming out to 3/4 hose fittings. So the tightest spot in this whole system is right here, and it'd be easy for me to clean it out if I ever need to.
Our original roof configuration included a Max Air fan, a skylight, and 600 watts of solar. This would have worked out nicely on the Ford Transit Trail we had on order, but we gave up on the Transit and bought a Sprinter van instead, which has less roof area. To compensate, we downsized our solar panels from 600 watts to a single 400 watt panel in order to keep the skylight. With the loads from the electric water heater and the Starlink, we've run low on power, traveling during the late fall and early spring, when the sun angles are low, even with the solar panel tilted toward the sun. After struggling with our power during our trip to Baja this fall, we found a game-changing solution. We purchased a Renogy 400-watt portable solar panel blanket. This blanket doubles our solar capacity, and as long as we have sun, it allows us to stay in one place without needing to drive to recharge the batteries or needing to find a campground with expensive electrical hookups. Matt's garage pull-out tray is an ingenious design for storing and easily accessing tools and van life essentials. This tray gives us convenient access to the solar panel blanket, the ladder, the compressor for pumping up tires if we've needed to deflate them on a 4x4 road, and a reflective tarp, which helps us deflect the sun off the van on hot days. From the back, we have access to our camp chairs and table, a tripod, our exercise equipment and yoga mats, plus our inflatable kayak. We even have room for Matt's bike. But wait, there's more. The top of the cabinet holds our bike helmets, extension cords, cocoa coir for the composting toilet, hand tools and power tools, as well as other essentials for life on the road. With the storage tray pulled out, we have easy access to the electrical system, the freshwater tank, and the water system. Here's a basic overview of our solar system. We have two 200 amp hour lithium batteries to give us 400 amp hours of battery storage. We have a 50 amp DC to DC charge controller that charges not only from the alternator, but also from the solar panel on the roof of the van. We have a 50 amp charge controller that charges from the solar panels on the roof of our garage for when we have the van parked inside. We can also plug our new Renogy solar panel blanket into that outside receptacle that goes through this charge controller. We have a 3000 watt inverter for the output, and last but not least, we have a 60 amp shore power charger.
For our water system, we have a 40-gallon freshwater tank. We've got a 12-volt DC pump, an accumulator, and a water filter that filters out basically just about 100% of any harmful bacteria. It filters out chlorine, filters out all kinds of things. So it's a really good filter to have in a van.
When we're traveling for extended periods of time, a hot shower can be the difference between being grumpy or feeling clean and comfortable. With our Fiamma awning, a rug, and a table and chairs, we have an outdoor space that doubles our living area. In this build, we added exterior porch lights, rear end lights to aid backing up into a dark campsite, and rock lights to defend against rodents. Selling Clarity 1 and buying and building out a new van has taken a lot of time and energy. Has it been worth it? We say yes. This van's 4x4 capabilities as a stock vehicle with slightly larger all-season tires and stiffer rear shocks have far exceeded our expectations. Clarity 2 has taken us off the beaten path to remote sandy beaches and up rugged roads to pristine alpine campsites. We've placed links to the equipment shown in this tour in the description below. You can also visit our website at clarityoffgrid.com/vanbuild, where you'll find links to additional equipment and van life essentials. If you like this video, please give it a like. And if you'd like to join us on our travels and adventures, make sure to subscribe. We'd love to have you along. Thank you to all of our faithful followers who have been watching us for years, and welcome to those who are just finding us.